Hello and welcome to the Gather Round edition of Fox Sports Lab AFL. I'm Ben Dixon, your host, goal-kicking guru Jason Dunstall, and our stats guru stand-in Jack Heverin. Welcome, gentlemen.
Dicko.
I love how he opens up every week. He's just straight down the barrel.
There's that sort of delay and that nervousness before he says hello, isn't it? Yeah.
Jack,
it made me nervous.
It is nervous because we're just changing up the Dunstall Don't Argue segment for the first time because after 4 rounds, I reckon he's got his eye in. So the Chief's going to give us his best impersonation of a stockbroker today. Buy, hold, sell. Any which way you want it, Chief.
Yep.
Where are you going to start with it today?
Well, it's actually a really appropriate time 4 weeks in to do an AFL stock market assessment. We're going to start with the Saints, and we are selling. They are returning a magnificent dividend, and you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Big games coming up against Collingwood and Carlton, so expect that stock to dip. If they take care of Port and North after that, we may reinvest. Now, the big alert of the day is Essendon. Sell immediately. At 3-1, we've got a great return on a stock that we initially had grave doubts about. They've got Melbourne, Geelong, Collingwood, and then Port away. These stocks will never be as high as they are right now. Get out today. Right. Geelong took a big dip to start the season, but we think now is a really good time to buy. Not convinced it's going to be long-term, but we should get a good short-term margin on that, given they've got West Coast, Sydney, Essendon and Adelaide, and 2 of those, Sydney and Adelaide, are at GMHBA. So over the next month, we'll pick up a few rubles there. The speculative stock of the day. Now, I'm going with Freo. Don't panic, Dicko. I'm just going to just a few shares, just dip the toe in the market. The stocks are at an all-time low, so it's not costing us much. They've got the Suns in Adelaide, then they've got the Bulldogs at home, Brisbane away, then the Hawks at home. Win 2 of those 4, we get a return. Win 3, we clean up. So that'll do me nicely. We'll reassess in 4 weeks whether it's worth getting them back. Couple to mention, Carlton, who you love. I'm still not 100% convinced about their bona fides, but they're performing well, so we hold on to that stock. Collingwood, forget all about the talk. No ruckman and being in trouble. They're not going anywhere. This is a blue chip stock that will continue to give a nice yield. So we hang on to those. And the big market watch is Port Adelaide. Don't know what's going on there. The volatility in the market. They had a massive spike in round 1, then a massive dip 2 and 3. Another little spike round 4, so we'll just keep an eye on that one. Not really sure how it's going. A few quick individual stocks to look at. Harry Sheezel, yes, the prices are going through the roof, but I don't think we've hit the ceiling yet, so we can still make money there. Brodie Grundy. Now, this was a stock that was great for us a few years back. Been off the market the last 2 seasons, back on the market now. And finally, Mason Wood. Again, a stock that costs you nothing. Get in while it's performing, and then we'll get out further down.
He's finished with the pink sheet, Jack.
There's a bit to take in there, isn't there?
There's a lot. Now, I'm going to go back to the very start, the Saints. I was interested to say it's at an all-time high and just get out now. Sell your stock. What do you think?
Well, I think one thing we would learn, this is not Jason's first time playing the stock market. He knows exactly what he's doing, more than you and I know. The thing with St Kilda, I think the magic number here is 227 because that is all they've conceded in the first 4 rounds of the season so far. That sort of footy holds up at the back end of the season, but still scoring 91 points a game. And still got King, Membry, Billings, Steele, Caulfield, Zach Jones still to come. The sky's the limit for the Saints, I think.
And I want to ask you quickly on the Cats, because everyone's like, OK, it took a half a footy, now their stocks are going to go back up, but where do you have them?
Rising quickly. And I know they only beat Hawthorn last weekend, so let's not get too carried away, but we saw the value of Mitch Duncan coming back in, 31 disposals. Tom Hawkins only kicked 5 goals for the year. That's not going to stay the way all year long. He kicked 67 last year, took 10 marks against the Hawks as well. So they've been a bit slow to get going, but I reckon their best is yet to come.
Soft draw next month.
And you mentioned Harry Sheezel.
Yep.
Will Ashcroft, I know you didn't have him in there, but from a stock perspective, after his round 1, he would have been a good buy.
Well, he came as a premium, though, because he was the rising star favourite, so hard to get a return on that. We just think Sheezel on an upward trend. Jump in, jump out. All good. Money to be made, Dicko.
Just quickly, how did my last stock tip go to you?
No good. And how are your tips going?
Awesome. We'll get to that later. That's our Dunstall Don't Argue segment. And as far as stockbroking go, I reckon the Chief has shown the Wolf on Wall Street a clean set of heels.
Footy is life. It's loyalty, rivalry, love and pain. Footy is everything. That's why we've made a betting brand for footy fans. That's better. Chances are you're about to lose.